I am in preaching circles and Christian church circles what's known as a bivocational minister. That means I have been formally ordained as a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ in my circumstances, originally with the Southern Baptist denomination, but I make my financial living outside the pastoral ministry. That is nothing new. Paul the Apostle many times made his financial living as a tent maker. Anyway, I make my living at a local hotel working in their kitchen. Perhaps the most stressful part of my vocation is between 3 and 4 p.m. This is the time the morning buffet is broke down and the evening buffet is put together. It's hectic. Every item needs to be removed from the buffet, some tossed out, some traded out, and some freshened, repanned, and filled. Plus, there's the last minute changes the chef might make to the menu. There are replacement dishes, there are the cleaning of utensils, there's the stocking of plates and bowls, there's the preparation of desserts, plus the kitchen I work in shares its space with a hotel steakhouse, so there's always a scramble for space. Added also a coffee shop with its cooks and waitresses in full gear. So there are times when temperatures run high and tempers run short. What happened not too long ago, I heard what sounded like an argument between cooks. Soon it became clear, sure enough, it's an argument with raising tempers and raising voices. I see the two chefs on duty pausing to listen, evaluating whether there was ample need to get involved. When it becomes clear they're needed, they mosey over to the action, hoping their presence alone will be enough to quell the escalating fiasco. Nope, not enough. We'll have to get further involved. One of the chefs mustered his voice of authority and hollers, "Okay, that's enough." But it wasn't enough, at least not enough for one of the two cooks. He speaks a few more choice words you don't usually hear at church. He takes off his chef's jacket, throws it to the ground, which is the international kitchen code for "I quit." Indeed, he follows his dramatic action with the words, "I quit." He immediately becomes radioactive. No one talks to him, no one goes near him, no one looks in his direction. Whatever has happened to him, no one wants to get any of it on them. No one wants any part of it. They fear guilt through association. The cook gathers his knives and cooking utensils, briefly cleans them, and walks out of the building for the last time. Stressful. Very stressful. Or so I thought until I watched a recent video posted on Facebook. The video was a segment from a National Geographic program. A cameraman had been embedded with a military helicopter medevac team. The cameras rolled along as the military medic team approached a soldier devastated by an IED, that is, an improvised explosive device. The initial report had warned of a soldier who had lost 3 limbs, 2 legs and an arm, a tremendous loss of blood, and he was unresponsive. The platoon paramedic had done an admirable job at stymieing the loss of blood from the lost extremities, but the soldier is in gravely critical condition. The medevac crew now on the scene administering aid while moving the soldier to transport. Still no pulse. The starting of IVs, both medication and blood, no response. The attempt to transfuse blood in a more expedient manner isn't being done quickly enough. The military paramedics are doing all they can to save this young military man's life. Still no response. They land at the mobile surgical hospital. The medical soldiers desire to stay with the fallen comrade, but the surgeons step in. The camera view is increasingly obscured by doctors, medics, orderlies, attendants, soldiers who wanted to do something, anything, to help their brother. The victim remains unresponsive. Adrenaline is administered directly to his heart. No response. In comes the defibrillation machine with the familiar paddles. Clear. Shock. Check. No response. Wait. Again. Clear. Shock. Check. No response. The soldier has shown no signs of life for almost 30 minutes now. One more try. Clear. Shock. Check. No response. They call it. The attending surgeon looks toward the clock to obtain their official time of death. The original medevac helicopter team, which with embedded cameras in tow, move to their transport vehicle. Their faces are grim. The mood is gray. One of the soldiers speaks to the camera. He says, "It's odd. Someone on the other side of the planet has lost a son. Possibly someone has lost a husband, and quite possibly some child has now become fatherless, and they are totally unaware. They don't even know it yet." The segment ends with a postscript. The name of the soldier, and yes, he was a son, a husband, and a father. You know, working in a kitchen really isn't that stressful after all. My prayer is, dear God, please never allow me to take these freedoms we enjoy for granted. May I be reminded of the blood, sweat, and tears shed that we might stand and proclaim our faith and proclaim our love for you. We are keenly aware how Jesus, the Christ, the Savior, our beloved, suffered and died, that we might know freedom from the sin that so easily entangles us. We are free and we are thankful.